My name's Natasha Bellefort, and this is Becoming Cat Anyways. Do you have a man in your life that you just can't get rid of because you're so attached to him? But the actual issue is that you're not attached to him, but you're attached to a fantasized, idealized version of him. In this episode, I'm going to validate those, and then I'm going to talk you out of it. Okay, so bear with me. So what do I mean by this? For example, say you meet a guy, right? And he's tall, and he's, cute, he's got maybe curly hair, he's smart, right? And you think, wow, look at this guy. He has the potential to be someone amazing. He could do so much with his life, right? But the issue is when you talk to this person, you feel the attraction, but you just kind of know that they aren't exactly who they could be. But you think, okay, I'm going to befriend this person, or I'm going to, try to become romantically involved with this person so that when they do reach their potential, I'll be there and I can benefit from it, right? This is how a lot of women are trained to think, so bear with me. Now, what I'm going to tell you next, it's going to be a little bit harsh. This is complete and utter bullshit, okay? Completely and utterly a lie. And it's not your lie, okay? It's not your fault. And I'm going to explain why. So first of all, I'm going to validate this because I understand why women do this now. I used to think, why do women do this? Why do I do this? Why did I do this? Why did I meet this guy and say, okay, you're going to be this amazing person and you're going to be my person, but I'm going to make you into the best person you possibly can be. Meanwhile, this guy is literally sitting, in his room or whatever, hanging out with his friends, maybe smoking or whatever, and does not care and does not want to be a better version of himself. And also, importantly, he does not care about you. Now, why do we care about these men? Why do we as women believe that it's our duty to help them? You know why? It's because society has taught us that men are less emotionally mature than women, and that we need to treat them with kindness, and we need to understand that, and we need to, tolerate his behavior because one day he'll change. We've been taught this since we were very young, and it's all a lie, okay? It's all a lie. You know why? Because it benefits men. If men give women false hope that they might one day be a much better version of themselves, they get to benefit from that woman being in their lives today. But they don't have to give anything back. But you know why? Because you've already accepted who he is. He could say, yeah, I'm going to change, and I want to do this for you, and I want to do that for you. But his actions show you that he's not going to. And trust me, guys, he's not going to. Another reason why you're creating a character in your head based on someone else and then projecting that onto them is because you don't have anything going on in your life. That is the brutal truth. You have nothing going on in your life. Because if you did, you wouldn't have time to constantly romanticize about this person, okay? You don't have anything passionate or fulfilling in your life, right? Maybe you don't like your job. Maybe, you don't really have that much at the moment. You need to fix that. Go and get a hobby, okay? You cannot be romanticizing this man that does not care about you. Guys, listen, if the man is not who he is today that you want, he's not his potential today, that's it. There's no guarantee that he will be. In fact, the only guarantee you have is that he's a piece of shit right now, okay? I don't care what potential he has. Everyone has potential, okay? Because we cannot just romanticize someone to make our lives more interesting, because at the end of the day, you're going to take away so much of your inner peace. We've talked about peace a lot on this channel and talked about why it's important. And guys, it's so, so important. You cannot allow this man to come into your life and say, yeah, I might do this. I might become a better person. I might be successful, but right now, I'm not. And that's fine. No, it's not fine. It's not okay. Now, I'm going to tell you how you can get rid of this man. First of all, what do you think this man thinks about you? Okay, think about it. He's met this gorgeous girl who's very smart and very pretty and very desirable. And he's gone, wow, I can take advantage of her. I can lie to her. I can make her think that, I'm going to be this person. I'm going to be this person. I'm not. I couldn't care less. And you know what? They don't care about you. They give you a little bit of attention, just enough for you not to, go and find someone else that can actually give you a good life. And then that's it. They didn't do anything for you. And then you're just sat here with this dream and this idealization because you want some, fantasy and romance in your life. You want some novelty. And guys, it's not going to happen. Okay, it's not going to happen because at the end of the day, guys, romance is not magical. It's not this surreal thing that the movies portray where, you have fights, you have arguments, and it's hard before it gets better. It's not that. Guys, you know what romance is? Romance is two people that mutually respect one another, that mutually want to be together and show up for one another today. Okay? They're present emotionally and physically today. We are not waiting on someone to change. And guys, I understand why you'll have this person in your life. Now, I'm going to tell you in this podcast episode how the hell to get rid of them. Because I know that you're just sat here oh, I can't get rid of them. Because guys, you're addicted. You're addicted to this narrative that doesn't exist. You're addicted to an idea in your head. But once you realize that idea comes from within you, you'll realize that this person is not shit. Yes, obviously, this person could be that person, but he's not. And he's not going to be. You know why? Because he isn't today. And he's not working towards it and he doesn't care. You're the only one that cares. You're basically projecting what you would do if you were them. But it's not them. They don't want to be that person. And that's okay. They don't have to be. They have chosen that. It's not your responsibility to try to help them, especially if they don't want your help. Especially if you think you could do it subtly by, maybe implying it or influencing them. Guys, it's not going to happen. Okay, now, how do we get rid of this man that doesn't even exist? Yes, obviously, physically he exists, but the one in your head, the one that you're projecting onto him, doesn't exist. And how do we get rid of this whole narrative? Realize that when you're trying to help someone else be the best version of themselves, even though they don't want to, you're wasting all your energy. You could be working on yourself and finding someone else better and attracting better quality people, but you're not doing that because you're spending all your time obsessing. And it's not your fault. Again, society has taught us to obsess over men, so we are not threats, so we aren't thinking about our own careers and how to be successful. It's all a distraction, guys. You have to realize this. Society does not really want women to win, okay? They want us to be, shy little boxes, okay? They don't want us to reach our full potential. And so they make us obsessed with men and make us obsessed with, turning men into a self-help project. And it's not. He's not a project. He's just some dickhead, okay? Let's be so honest. Like all the things I talk about in my podcast, this has happened to me. What did I do? Now, listen, guys, this happened to me when I was very, very young, because this is before I learned all these lessons about, men, right? It was actually my first love. And I did this. I projected this fantasy of what I wanted and what I needed and what I was missing from my life. I projected this fantasy onto this boy, and he was, not bad at all. Guys, let me tell you something. This man is now an adult. And when I was with him, we were children, legally, right? This man has not changed at all. And I believed, he's going to change, he's going to do this, he's going to do that. He didn't. He got worse, okay? He got worse. And that's what I'm telling you, don't do it. You know what I did, guys? So actually, the way I got over it was I dated him, for quite a while, maybe like 6 months. And he broke up with me. And, at this point, I was still seeing him through the fantasy. So I was absolutely heartbroken. Now, I spent 2 years in no contact with him. I did not speak to him. I did not see him. I did nothing. Now, what I did was I moved on to someone else. But I had very, very specific wants of what I wanted for someone else. Like, I learnt my lesson. I knew I had this fantasy that wasn't real. So what I did was the next person I dated, I made sure that person was real, basically. When I first went on a date with this person, I actually wrote a list of all the good things actually about them. And I essentially went for the complete opposite of what I had originally. And it really worked for me, guys. I was a lot happier. Like, this person was everything that I had wanted my first love to be, but I didn't have to project onto him. I didn't have to try to change him. And that was really amazing for me. So, guys, what I would honestly recommend is cold turkey, block, and get rid of it. I know a lot of you guys go, oh, that's so mean. Well, is it me that he's wasting your time? Guys, honestly, at the end of the day, like, this is your life. And if you choose to have bad decisions, then that's your choice. And I can't really help you. If you're not willing to help yourself, then there's nothing that this podcast can do for you. That's the brutal truth. I can't do anything for you. I can only tell you that you deserve better. If you don't believe that you deserve better, guys, like, that's it. Live your little average life then. Less than average, actually. Live it, because at the end of the day, the only person that you're robbing is yourself. The only person you're actually hurting is you. This man is getting, some boyfriend treatment for the exchange of a promise of what he could one day maybe be in a parallel universe. Okay, guys, we can't be living like this. If you have a man in your life that's taking your energy like this and you're like, oh, why doesn't he want me? Why does he do this? Guys, honestly, you guys don't want to listen to me, but get rid of him. And you guys are like, oh, it's so boring, like the roller coaster. Well, live on it then. But that's it. That's your choice. You're going to be miserable. Yeah, the highs are going to be high, great. But the lows are going to be so low. And also, not only that, but he controls your emotions. Because when he gives you attention and when, he looks like that guy that he could be, you get so happy. And then when he pulls back and you realize he isn't, you're going to get so low. And you guys, you don't understand that you don't have control of your emotions. You're a puppet. That's it. You have no control over yourself anymore. In order to regain control of your own emotions, what you need to do is cut him off and live with that and detox. Guys, it's going to be difficult. You know why? Because it's going to feel like, the failure or like the loss of something. It's going to feel like that. It is. Even though you didn't actually lose anything, trust me, 3 years later, 3 years later, I've realized I did not lose anything in my first relationship. But when I was back in that situation, I thought I lost everything. I thought that I had lost, literally love of my life. Like, it was crazy. Like, guys, we convince ourselves that this person is someone that they aren't. And honestly, do you know who they actually are? It's us. We portrayed parts of ourselves, dreams that lie in us, that we created, we portray onto them and say it's them. But it's us. You guys realize this? It's our ideas. These ideas don't exist without us. So instead of going to try to fix someone or help someone, go and find someone that aligns with this idea. You have this dream inside of you, okay? You have it. It's in you. This idea of someone mentally healthy and, present and funny, it's all within you. It's not him. He doesn't have these qualities, okay? It's you. So what you now need to do is go out into the world and find what you want and say no to everything that isn't that. Because guys, honestly, like, learn to be alone, because if you don't learn to be alone, if you're not okay with being by yourself, then you're always going to just be with shitty people, because the only people that want desperate people like that are people that can take advantage of it. Someone high quality, it's going to take some time to find this person, and that's it, and you have to accept that. But it's either keep this horrible person in your life and, you know, have no space for someone else to come in, or you get rid of that person and yeah, you can mourn it. You can say, you know, it's sad that, you know, that person wasn't who you wanted them to be. But guys, don't lie to yourself. Please don't do this, because that's the one worst thing you can do. Don't lie to yourself. Don't tell yourself that someone is something that they aren't. Please don't do this, okay? I'm begging you, like, don't do this, because how is that going to help you? How are you going to be successful in life? Listen, guys, honestly, start fresh. Find someone else. You obviously have needs that aren't met, but you cannot project those needs onto someone that isn't willing to give those things to you. You can't do this. You have to go out into the world knowing what you want and finding a man who genuinely wants to give you that today. If not, be by yourself. Because guys, I've been in this situation. I know that it's hard, but honestly, the hardest thing to do is to have this person in your life forever who just takes your energy and never gives anything back. And what if you have children with this person? Think about that. What if this person is the father of your children and they never change? Absolutely not. Guys, get rid of that man. I know that you have a man in your life that you're thinking about when you're listening to this. Get rid of him. And if you don't, you're just sabotaging your own life. We only have one life, okay? 1 in 400 trillion chance of us existing, and you think that that's the best you can do. Guys, let's be better, okay? Let's choose you better, okay? By the way, guys, another episode we dropped today because I couldn't post yesterday because my car broke down when I was driving. So I didn't have time to make an episode. So anyway, guys, I hope this helped you. Also, can I ask, if you're listening to this, please rate my podcast on Spotify. That'd be really amazing. Thank you guys so much for listening. Have a great day. My name is Natasha Bellefort, and this is Becoming Her Anyways.